Good morning, everyone. In the last class, I think we discussed about hyperlink controls, link button, hyperlink button, and image button. And we discussed about difference between response.redirect and server.transfer. Today, we'll discuss about drop-down list control. Is it clear? So here, drop-down list control is used to select only one item among list of items. Is it clear? So properties for the drop-down list controls. First one is ID. ID is the name given for the control. Every element in every control in ASP.NET must be identified with some ID. Items. This property is used to add the items within the drop-down list control. Okay, if you want to add the items within the drop-down list control, we'll use items property. Selected item. Drop-down list means this is your drop-down list control. Is it clear? This is your select country, select state, select date, day, month, year. Mostly we'll use this drop-down list control. Okay, na? Selected item. This property is used to get the selected item within the drop-down list control. In drop-down list control, each and every item can be identified by using index number. Always the index number starts from 0. If you add 5 items, always every item index number starts from 0. Similarly, auto postback is a very beautiful property in drop-down list. When you double click on drop-down list and write the code, then this event will fire. Selected index changed event will fire. How you double click on button and write the code? So whenever user selects any item in the drop-down list, then automatically this event will fire, and the code that you write inside that particular method will get executed. So if auto postback property is a Boolean property, which will return either true or false. If auto postback property is true, then request will go to server. The code that you write inside this method will get executed. If auto postback is false, the code that was written inside the method will not execute. That is about auto postback property. It is a Boolean property. Let us see some real-time examples on drop-down list control. I will try to select ASP.NET Web Application drop-down demo. Select empty web forms. Click on OK. So here, go to your Solution Explorer, right click on the project, add new item, select web form. Select web form, the name you can give as something like page1.aspx. Click on add button. Is it clear? Here let us see some basic examples with the drop down list. So here you can go to your design window, go to your HTML table, insert table, number of rows to, columns to, press tab button. Okay. Here if you press tab button, then automatically it will increment the TR tags. So here go to your toolbox, go to view, go to toolbox, drag and drop one text box control, or you can drag and drop one drop down list control. Here you can see drop down list control is there, simply drag and drop it. And here you can drag and drop one button control. And here you can drag and drop one label control. Here I will try to write something like select course. Select what course name I will try to give something like this, or select country. Select country I will try to give. This is my drop down list. Select all the items. Here I will try to give bold. Here I will try to give some X large. Okay now. So if you want to add the items in the drop down list, right click on the drop down list, go to properties. There you can see one properties window will be open. There you can see one property called items. It is a property. Select the ellipse button, and here you can add the items 1, 2, 3, 4. Select the first item. Here you can give the country name. I will give India. And here select the second item. Here I will try to give the country name USA. And here select the third item. Here give the country name as UK. And here give the select the third item. Country name I can give as something like some any other some Singapore, something like that. Click on OK. Okay now, here what to do? Let us see. Okay now press F5. Now automatically items are added in the drop down list. And whenever user clicks on button, I want to display the selected item in the label control. So here you can write label 1.text is equal to drop down list 1 dot selected item dot toString, something like that. Because label control will accept the data in the form of string. So I want to get the selected item, whatever the item I have selected within the drop down list, that item I want to display within the label. So label one dot text is equal to drop down list one dot selected item dot toString. Here items are added in the drop down list. Now press F5 and check the output. So automatically the values will be displayed within the drop down list control. So this is your drop down. When you select USA, click on button, here you will get USA. Whatever the item you selected, click on button, that item will be displayed within the label. For that we have written this code, selected item. Okay na? Similarly, you can do some other examples also. Add new item, select web form, go to design. Okay. Here if you try to go to table, insert table, number of rows to, columns to, press tab. In your keyboard you have tab, if you press it will increase. So here I will try to go to toolbox, and here I will try to drag and drop text box control. I'll try to drag and drop what? Text box control here. Here I'll try to drag and so here let us see how to dynamically add the items in the drop down list at runtime. So whenever I enter the value in the text box and click on button, whatever the value that I entered, that value must be displayed within the drop down list control. Dynamically how to add the values, let us see. If I give India, click on button, I want to add India in this drop down list. So what to do? For that we need to write the code. So here you can double click on what? Button and write the code. Because when a user clicks on button only, I want to perform the operation. So double click on button and write the code. So here I will write drop down list one dot items dot add off. These all are methods actually, predefined methods. Add off. Here I will try to write something like text box one dot text. So what is the meaning here? Whatever the value that you enter in the text box, that value must be dynamically added to drop down list control. Is it clear? Dynamically, if you want to add the items in the drop down list, you have to use add method. Drop down list one dot items dot add off. Name. I'll try to give the country name as India. Click on button. And here I'll try to give USA. Click on button. And here I'll try to give UK. Click on this button. Here you see. Dynamically, all the items are added in the drop down list. Did you understand? This is how you can work with drop down list control. Similarly, some other scenarios we'll see. Add new item, select web form, and go to your design. Here, I'll go to table, insert table, number of rows to, columns to, press tab. Is it clear? So here, let us see what to do. Here, I'll try to go to your toolbox. Go to view, go to toolbox, and here drag and drop on drop down list control. And here I'll try to take one button, one label control. So here, whenever user select any item, by default add the items in the drop down list. So here what to do? Select the drop down list control, right click, go to properties. Here you have the property called items. You add the items, click on add button. Select the item. Here I'll give select country. I will try to give select country. Okay na? Here I'll try to give the country names here. I'll try to give text India. I will give. And here I'll try to give USA. Is it clear? And here I'll try to give UK. 3 country names I'll give. So let us see what is my requirement here. Okay na? Whenever user select the country, display that country name in the label. So here there is no button control. Directly you have to display the country name in the label. So what to do? Double click on drop down list and write the code. So whenever user select any item in the drop down list, then this event will fire. Selected index, this code will get executed. Generally in ASP.NET, every control is a predefined class. Every control in ASP.NET is what all of you? A predefined class. We already know OOPS in C#.NET. Here we'll try to apply. Every control is a predefined class. Whenever you create object for it, whenever you drag and drop the controls, then object is created for that particular control in ASP.NET. Okay na? Here technology means will make your language will become predefined when you work with any technology. So internally in ASP.NET, OOPS is there. Okay na? Just C# skills are required here. So whenever user clicks on this drop down list, I want to display. How to display? Label one dot text is equal to drop down list one dot selected item dot toString. So whatever the item you selected in the drop down list, that item I want to display in the label. But here one important point you must know. Drop down list will have one property called auto postback property. By default, auto postback property is false. It is a Boolean property. See, whenever I select any item in the drop down list, okay, then I want to execute this code. But this code is not executing. So whenever you write the code, by double click on drop down list, you have to set the property auto postback is equal to true. Okay, na? So auto postback is equal to false means request will not go to server. So the code that was written inside the drop down list will not execute. Auto postback true means request will go to server. The code that was written inside the drop down list will get executed. So here whenever user select what country, now the request will go to the server. When request is going to the server, this is browser now. So here you got the output. Whenever you develop any web application, you deploy that application on the server. This is your web server. This is your application. Whenever you develop any web application, you deploy that application on the server. Application consists of files. Let us assume that two files are there, page1.aspx and here page1.aspx.cs. Mostly .aspx consists of designing code, .aspx.cs consists of logic. So now user will open browser and enter URL first of all. Is it clear? Now first he will enter the URL http://localhost:1086/ some port number 2401. Press enter. Then request will go to the server. Server will search for this page1.aspx. Here they will give the page1 also. And you are simply pressing F5 now. When you press F5, automatically the request will be prepared and go into the server. As the request is going through URL, server will first search for this page and the design code will execute and send the design output to the browser. That is, in browser you have one drop down list. Yes or no? And one label is there. This design will come into the browser. Now again user will select the item in the drop down list, right? Whenever user will select the item in the drop down list, again request must go to the server. Now this code will execute. Whatever the code you write in double click on drop down list, that code will execute. But drop down list will have a property called auto postback property. Auto postback is a Boolean property which will return either true or false. If auto postback is true, then the code that was written inside the method will get executed. If auto postback is false, then the code that was written inside the method will not execute. Very important property is auto postback property. Did you understand everyone? That is how you can work with auto postback property. ASP.NET main problem is page loading will take more time, response time will increase, burden on the server will be increased, the performance will what? Decrease. That is how you can work with drop down list control. Okay, na? In the next video we'll discuss some other controls. For more videos, try to subscribe to my channel. Thank you.